burn. A thirst and desire, you transform out of pit of flesh. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire, burn. A thirst and
Hello, good morning, y'all. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Sasha. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, my loyal royals. It's so good to see you. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Please make sure that you follow me on Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter. It's going to be at DragonPink07. So please make sure you follow me on there. And again, please make sure you do subscribe to my channel, as I do release new videos every Monday and every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please make sure you are subscribed. Also, make sure you click the bell. Make sure you click the bell so that way you know as well when I release my videos, as well as I do indeed also upload daily videos of Hangukgo practice, because I am learning Korean. So please make sure, if that interests you, please make sure you subscribe, give me a like, hit the bell, and then make sure you also follow me on Twitter at DragonPink07. With all that being said, let's get into this video now. So this is a video I've been wanting to do for a while. I just never got around to it, but we're gonna do it right now. So as you all know, from if you've seen my videos on my channel, I do like to travel. I love to travel. Whenever I can, I do like to travel. I tend to stick around within the US right now because there's just too much going on in the world itself right now. So I stay around in the States for now. But with that being said, not only do I travel solo, because I don't like waiting for people. I don't like being told, oh, you need to wait for someone to go with you, or something like that. And it's just like, who's gonna jump up at the last second and be like, oh yeah, I'll go with you. So for me, this video is basically me giving my experience and just a few tips for what it's like as not only a female solo traveler, but a Black solo female traveler. So here we go. When it comes down to it, I've been told for the longest time, you need to have somebody with you. You need to wait for somebody to go with you. You shouldn't travel alone. It's not safe. Women shouldn't be by themselves. You should always have someone there with you in case something happens. For real? And my thing is this, and this is how I actually had to explain it to my family so that it would give them a better understanding of why I travel by myself. So back in the day, like way back in the past, I used to wait for people to go with me. I used to. And by the time it came down for the trip, suddenly nobody was available. Or it was, hey, pay for me and then I'll pay you back. I would pay for them. I'll pay for them. And then they wouldn't go. They wouldn't go. They would come up with some excuse why they couldn't go. Or it was, oh yeah, I forgot I have this other thing I need to do and somebody needs me at such and such. Okay, so pay me my money back. I'll pay you back when I get paid again. No, they never did. And that made me know that I can't rely on anybody. So then I started doing little trips here and there. Road trips are some of the best things ever because there's always an adventure to a road trip, always. But it's just when you get told time after time that someone's going to go with you, and then by the time it's time for your trip, there's nobody. You done lost out on an opportunity to go somewhere and do something fun because you were stuck waiting for someone. And it took a long time for me to realize that you just have to go on your own and just get out there and do things. If you're an introvert, it's going to teach you very much how to be an extrovert, because when you're by yourself, you literally kind of have to do things on your own and step up to the plate to be able to say, all right, I need to go do this, I need to go do that. If you need to ask for help but you don't like it because you like sending someone else to do it, it's going to teach you that you got to do it on your own. Go ask for help. Don't be afraid to walk up to someone in one of the local shops and say, hey, I need help. Could you tell me how to get to such and such? Simple. It's a little intimidating at first when you do start to travel alone, but you have to learn how to like really just enjoy your own company. And you'll find that when you enjoy your own company, you don't even realize that you're really just by yourself, because you enjoying your company draws other people to you. So when you're on a trip, other people are going to automatically be drawn to you like a magnet. And honestly, it's actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool, especially when you're out and about and you're doing something with the locals. They tend to be drawn more towards you if you're by yourself than if someone's with you. And I've learned that through my travels, because I am friendly, but at the same time, I'm always on alert whenever I'm out and alone. That's just how it is. I've learned how to just make sure I keep my senses on high tide and just still have fun, because you can go somewhere and be on high alert but still have fun, because you don't want to seem like you're out and about and you're paranoid to go somewhere. But I definitely find that when you're by yourself, you tend to have your own agenda. You don't have to worry about if somebody is gonna not like what you're doing, or if you have to rush through something because they want to go do something else. If you're by yourself, you can take your time. You can go through and do things you've never done. Prime example, I went to New York for a solo trip for my birthday back in March. That was fun. I got to do things that I wouldn't have done if somebody else was with me. Or if I would have done it with someone else, I would have limited the time that I spent there, because I would have wanted to make sure that I accommodate for that person as well. The only person I know for a fact I can travel with if I don't want to go somewhere by myself, and I know that she won't mind doing what I want to do, because me and her have the same thing that we like to do, and that's my best friend. That's my best friend. And she has gone with me to New York before, and we had a blast. We've gone to Las Vegas together before. We had a blast. The thing is, traveling solo, it gives you a sense of empowerment as a woman, and it lets you know that there are things that you can do and you don't necessarily need the assistance of someone else. So with all of that, in my experience, let me give you just a few of my own personal tips. Now, a lot of these tips I've actually seen in other videos, so a lot of them may be the same as other women, but keep in mind they're also based on my experiences as well, and each woman is going to be different in her experience, whether the tip be the same or it be different. So the first one, be aware of your surroundings. This is a big one, because when you're by yourself, you may think that you are fully alert and aware of everything around you, but at the same time, that can be overwhelming. The biggest thing, be aware of your surroundings, because you want to know, where is your local police station? You want to know a possibility of knowing where the hospital is if you need it. You want to know just where you're staying in comparison to where you're going to be, like in the surrounding area of, and just know what kind of like place that is. You know, is it somewhere where if you walk around, are you going to be okay, like be safe? So just kind of like taking everything around you and just blend in, but also just be aware. That's the thing. Be aware and just know, like, just kind of like get an internal map of in your head, I guess you could say. Hopefully that made sense, but those, be aware of your surroundings is the first thing. The second thing, keep your possessions close to you. Keep your possessions close to you. And I say this because every state is going to have its bad pieces to it, whether it be theft or some kind of whatever. but keep your possessions close to you and don't have everything hanging out. This is especially big when it comes to big cities like Chicago, New York, here in Baltimore. When you're walking around by yourself, keep your stuff close to you. If you have to, get one of the anti-theft bags. Amazon is a great source for that. You can get those in the stores too, but mainly online. And that way, you know, you can keep your stuff on you. If you have to carry your wallet with you, which I'm sure you do, there's a little card that you can get, and I'll put a picture on the screen of it because I can't think of what it's called and I don't feel like getting up right now. But put that little card in your wallet, and what it will do is it will keep scammers or virtual thieves, not virtual thieves, but like thieves that have these little weird scanners from collecting your information. So what it does is it will bounce the signal back to them. And that way you don't have to worry about your ID or anything being scanned. You know, the bigger your wallet is, the more of those you're going to need in there. And they are very helpful. When I was in New York, I actually had that in my wallet to keep my wallet from being scanned by anybody. Because when you're in a big city and you're walking around, people are going to be constantly bumping you and everything like that. But the thing is, when they bump you is when they get you. So definitely keep your stuff close to you in something that only you can get access to, and that lessens the chance of you being pickpocketed. Next thing, do your research. Do your research. Please do your research, because it's one thing to go somewhere by yourself as a female. It's another to have to do extensive research when you go somewhere and you are a Black female. For me, I'm not only a woman, I'm a Black woman, and I'm an American Black woman. And as such, there are certain places that I just will not go, or I cannot go because of my race and what I am. And that being said, that leads into the next one of safety first, because doing your research is going to help you safety-wise. Because I'll give a little example of an experience I had when I was down in Alabama years back. I went down there with some friends, and we had to go across the line into Mississippi. Mississippi is one of those states I always swore up and down I would never visit, ever, for no reason. And we had to go into Mississippi to go and pick up something for an event. Well, the 3 people I was with were three white guys. They were traveling, we were all together, and I was the only Black person with them, and Black female at that. And we went into a store. Mind you, the 3 guys are like with me because they're like, you know, big brothers to me. And this group of white guys, they were following us around the store, and the way that they were eyeballing me, it was the most terrifying thing ever. And my friends that were with me were telling me, hey, it's okay, don't worry, you're okay, we're with you. And I just told them, I said, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm absolutely terrified right now because these dudes have been following us around in the store for the past 15 minutes. And everybody else is ignoring us, but these 4 big looking crazy white dudes. That was terrifying for me. And knowing the history that Mississippi has when it comes to Black people, no. So that wasn't even a do your research, but because I had no intention of going to Mississippi, but I was just there with them because they had needed to go and pick up something, and the store that they needed was in Mississippi. But I'm just happy that my friends were with me and they helped to keep me safe. But yeah, do your research, because there's places, again, that not only as a female, but as a Black female, you need to do more extensive looks into a certain area versus someone else of the opposite. Be aware of scammers. Be aware of scammers. Have fun, but be smart. But be aware of scammers, because pretty much every big city has scammer galore, especially in places like here in Baltimore, down by the harbor, New York, Chicago, anywhere you go, there is scammers everywhere. Be aware of them, because if you fall into pretty much any sales or whatever of people selling stuff on the street, they gonna get you. They gonna get you. Even locals in certain areas will tell you, watch out for scammers, because especially in tourist areas, they are literally on the prowl for people that are unsuspecting and they look like they have a lot of money. They will walk up to you and say, hey, I need money to do this, or can you help me get some food, or can you help me do that? 9 times out of 10, that's a scammer trying to just get your money. Because if you offer them some food and they say, no, 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 do you have money instead? No, there's your obvious sign right there. Another one with the scammers, I don't know what they're called, but I see them a lot in like New York, is the people that have the little bracelets things. They try and put the bracelet on your wrist. That's a scam. That's a scam. Don't do it. That's a scam. I have not done it because I don't like people, I don't know, touching me. I don't like people touching me. So I always tend to walk with my hands in my pockets, or if it's like warm outside, I literally walk with my hands in front of me so that no one is able to like randomly grab my wrist or snap anything onto my arm or something like that. But anywhere you go, even in your own home city or state, and you like to walk around or explore, even if it can be the safest area, when you go somewhere, just be mindful of scammers. They are everywhere when you least expect them to be. This next one is basically just don't be discouraged by people who tell you their views of what you should and shouldn't do. Especially because of the fact you are a woman, you're always going to get people telling you the following. You need someone with you. You need to wait for someone who can go with you. It's not safe for women to be traveling alone. Won't you be lonely by yourself? No. Don't worry about it. The biggest thing is when you get ready to take that first step to go by yourself, it's going to be nerve-wracking. It's going to be nerve-wracking. And I say this, and I only go around within the States right now. I have yet to actually take my first solo global trip, but it can be nerve-wracking being by yourself. And then you think, oh man, what am I getting ready to do? Do it. Do it. Just go. Go. You will have so much fun. Just go. Because the longer you wait for someone to go with you, the longer you wait to say, okay, my friend is going, and then every time y'all plan a trip, suddenly that friend backs out. The longer you think, well, my family wants me to have someone that's going to be like a watchful eye over me. Go by yourself. Just go. Because when you wait, you're just literally letting life pass you by. And I learned that over time. People are unreliable. You get the occasional ones where it's like, okay, they really, really can go, and then something really traumatic or dramatic comes up and they really can't go, but they do make it up to you by going on another trip with you. Plus, you'll find that you literally you have more fun when you're by yourself. Just go. Just go. And the biggest reason being, I don't wait for nobody. I don't wait for nobody. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I don't wait because I've learned that people I thought were reliable are unreliable. People that I've traveled with before, I didn't have fun. But when I went back to that same area by myself, I had a grand time. I had so much fun. And I just recently took my first cross-country trip alone, going back to Las Vegas. And I had an absolute blast. I went to the Billboard Music Awards, I went to the Grand Canyon, stuff I wouldn't have never thought about doing if somebody had been with me. So as a Black solo female traveler, I just say this to say, just go, have fun, enjoy your life. You only get one life. Live it to the fullest. Live it to the fullest. And if you have to and you need that part of comfort for home, that's what he is for me. This is RJ. RJ will actually be mentioned in another video as to why I do travel with him and why I need the comfort of him when I do travel solo. But in the meantime, that is it for this video. To all my female travelers, especially my Black solo female travelers, just get out there and have a good time and explore. The biggest thing, be safe, have fun, and just live your life. That is it for this video. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Please leave this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you share it with other female friends. Maybe it can help them a little bit or maybe at all. And again, please make sure you follow me on Twitter at DragonPink07. Hopefully this video was not too long, but with that being said, have a good day. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.
Never say for I will fall into the